new leaf. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to put my overalls on before I work. Normally what I do, and you can ask my wife Tess about this, I get dirty and then I put my overalls on. You guys do that too? Well, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do some maintenance on the X350 mower, but it's going to be a little bit different. Last year, we did a video when I was doing the winter maintenance on the tractor. After I had it all cleaned up, I sprayed it with a product. Let me show you what it was. So this is called fluid film, and it acts like kind of a Teflon. As a matter of fact, I think we called the video Teflon on the mower deck or something like that. What we were trying to do, obviously, was to make the wintertime cleanup of the deck easier. We're going to find out if that worked or not. I had a lot of people asking me, hey, did it work? Did it work? Well, I don't know until I pull the deck. What I did not do was use the washout port during the year. I wanted to see, honestly, it doesn't work that great anyhow, but I wanted to see how much would accumulate under the deck. The only negative I've seen so far is this will drip. And it did leave a little bit of mess on the garage floor. Other than that, I don't know, but we're going to find out today. Thanks for joining us. Hey, by the way, a thumbs up sure would be appreciated. We work awfully hard to try to give you guys some good content, stuff that you could use. If you have subscribed in the past, thank you. But please check that you're still subscribed. We're having a lot of people telling us for whatever reason, all of a sudden they find that they're not subscribed. Let's get to work. So getting the deck off is really rather simple. Press the deck lift pedal all the way and then move the cutting height selector as low as it'll go. Here I'm putting it in on about 1. And then you're going to push the deck lock button in to lock it up and pull that pedal all the way towards you. Turning it and then getting it out of the way. So the next thing you're going to do is to get the belt off. You can see the belt on the back pulley, and it goes around to the front pulley. But actually right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this front bar off. It'll make it a lot easier getting the belt off. And so to do that, you've got a cotter pin on each side. Get that pulled off. All right, so I've got the bracket laying on the ground, and then it's just a matter of getting it off the deck. All right, so now you're on the right-hand side of the machine. So I stuck my ratchet so you guys will be able to see. You see you've got the spring coming here, and if you watch the belt, you can see when you push that way, you put slack in the belt so that you can get it off that pulley. Again, this is the pulley that we're trying to get this belt off of. Now here you'll see I actually exchanged the standard ratchet for a breaker bar simply because it's longer and it's easier to pull with your left hand and then pull the belt off the pulley with your right. So again, I've locked the breaker bar up top and then the belt comes off. So now what we're going to do is slide the deck out. So what I did is I released the pedal. And the reason I did that, it raised the arms up. This way when you're pulling the deck out, you're not hitting the arms. Well, at first glance, it's hard to tell. Boy, it does seem to come off really easy. I remember last year when I had not put the coating on it, there was a lot of scraping. Look at that. I think it helped. I mean, ideally, I'd love for it to get clean enough that I actually repaint under the deck. I don't know. Let's get the blades off, and then we're gonna get the pressure washer, and I think that's gonna really tell us just how clean this comes. All right, so what's encouraging to me is just how easy this stuff comes out. You know, obviously I don't want to take the pressure washer to it until I get some of these big clods off. And I mean, it's pretty good. All right, so I imagine when I edit this video, I'll probably speed this up. So real time, just FYI, is 7 minutes to get it to this point. I got all the big clods off. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit so I'm not stepping in muck. And then I'm gonna hit this with some spray. All right, to those of you that have watched our channel before, you've seen this before. This is the foam cannon. And this is the soap that I really like to use by the chemical guys. Works good. Take a look. All right, now we'll let that soak a little bit. All right, then to recap, I gave it a not even 5 minutes of scraping, about 7 minutes with the pressure washer, and then hit it with the super concentrate soap. I already like what I'm seeing. Really debating if I'm going to paint this or not. But right now, let's do the final cleanup and see how all this comes off. All right, so what I'm thinking, two things. One, I'm not going to paint it. I just don't see the value in it, honestly. I am going to recoat it with the product that I used last year. I've got, I'm going to say a half hour real time from the time I first started loosening some of the grass under there. I think that's pretty good. Last year when I did it, because the previous year I did not use the fluid film, it took me, I know I was using a wire brush on the drill and everything else trying to get it off. I'm pretty happy with the way it is right now. This stuff, you see I run my finger across it, it's just as smooth as can be. That's just where paint has flecked off, and yeah, I don't really see much purpose in painting it. I'm going to blow it off with the air gun, and I think I'm going to do, while it dries, go do some leaves, come back, put the fluid film on, and then I'm going to pressure wash the top of it. And we'll go from there. What do you guys think? You think I should be painting it? Put down in the comments. I'm really interested to know. Also, I mean, what do you think? I mean, do you think doing the fluid film was worth it? I do. Remember this too, it's a rust inhibitor as well. You don't see any rust under this deck whatsoever. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna do some leaves after I blow it off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the blade sharpened, then I'm going to get the fluid film on, install the blades, and then flip it over, pressure wash the top side. So I've got about 1.5 cans of this fluid film. This is what we're using. This is what we used last year. And if I'm not mistaken, I think last year I used just over a can. So this should be enough. And of course, when you're putting these on, it's kind of concaved on this side. This is the side that should be facing you. And right here is a little ring. So what you want to do when you put it on is make sure that that ring is centered. Put your washer on. You could see that the way the washer is concaved in. That makes the tight fit. And then what you should do is throw the bolt into the water in the bucket. Ay, ay, ay. There we go. Fumble fingers. Well, I think that's about as good as this deck is going to get. All right, so I'm going to push it back inside and going to pressure wash the X350 and the 2038 hour is a mess too, so I'm going to hit those real quick. I got to tell you, that soak cannon is really amazing. Every time I think I've got it as good as the pressure washer will get it, I spray it again, let it set, and I get more off. I think that's like 20 bucks, 25 bucks at Amazon. I mean, I use it on everything. It's really great. All right, let's move on. looks like a brand new machine. All right, I'm gonna take this in. I went ahead and kind of did a little fall cleaning on the barn. Got the floor pressure wash. Gonna get this in. The deck is done. I'm gonna do the tractor. That's just gotten dirty from doing all this stuff out here. And that'll be its last cleaning for a while. They're actually predicting snow next week, which is kind of hard to believe, as nice as we just had such a beautiful fall. But it can happen. So I'm ready, no problem at all. And you know, I love to play in the snow. Now, of course, over the winter, we're going to be doing the complete maintenance on this machine. But the good thing is the deck is done. Oil change, you name it, we're going to do it. It pays off, I believe, in maintenance, as you know that. All right, I'm going to get the tractor in position, going to wash it, put it away, and I'm done for today. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was helpful. I think we answered the question, I believe we do, that the fluid film is worth doing. If you're gonna clean your deck anyhow, you know, for the few dollars a case it costs to buy the fluid film and the few minutes it takes to spray it on, I found it to be worth it. You'll be glad you did it. I mean, literally all in, I would say it saved about 2/3 the time on it for not a whole lot of money. Thank you for joining us. God bless you all, and we'll see you next time on Tractors in Life.